Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about understanding the settings option in Windows. So pretty common, this is what it looks like. We have the ability to play with the system, devices, phones, network settings, personalization, applications, accounting, time and language, searching, ease of access, gaming, updates, and all of that fun jazz. The nice thing is, this is the new way Windows want you to manage. Most of these sections have already been covered in other sections of other lectures that we've done. However, this is one area that is recommended that we look at over and over because, again, these are things that Microsoft loves to test on. And we also have a privacy tab here that we don't normally cover in other sections. So this is one area that you want to spend time going over. Alright, so let's get to it. So go to Start, type in Settings, and you'll notice I have a local account. So if I had a Windows or a Microsoft account, it would say Microsoft account. I don't, I have a local account, so we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and skip for now. So you can see when updates are, if there's any browsing, if there's any types of rewards. Microsoft loves the gamification of what they've been doing. Alright, so system is going to be all of our system settings. Display, sound, notifications, power, storage, multitasking if we want. We have the ability to play with what Alt-Tab does or virtual desktops. You can set multiple desktops if you want. In older operating or Linux-based operating systems, you can have multiple desktops. That way, as you're working, if you want to quickly go back to a different desktop with other things that are open, you can. So I may be doing research on one day, and I may want to switch everything to another desktop so I can work on a different project later in the afternoon. Having multiple virtual desktops allow me to do that, and it allows me to keep organized. I'll put it back to just the desktop I'm using. Our devices are going to be very similar to Device Manager, but it's not quite the same. We can see that we have our monitors, our network adapters, our USB devices, things like that are all going to be located here. Mouse, keyboard. What do we do for autoplay if we put in a media, or what do we do with a flash drive? Those settings are going to be played with here. Our phone, we can link a mobile phone to Windows 10 if we want. We have the ability to play with the network options. You can do the status, you can view properties, you can look at wired settings or wireless settings. I don't have a wireless adapter in my PC, so I don't have a wireless tab. But if I had a wireless device, it would be here. If we have any VPN technology, again, it will be listed here. Personalization we've already talked about. Apps and defaults going to be here. Our user accounts are going to be located here. Time and language, same thing. Xbox gaming. You can actually be doing Xbox gaming on your Windows PC if you have these settings set up, as well as you have your Xbox configured to do it as well. We already talked about ease of access, we already talked about searching, updates we've already discussed. Privacy, this is a big one. What do you want allowed? So let apps use advertising IDs. You can turn it on or off. By default, a lot of privacy options are turned on. However, some of this is not always what we want it to be. So you can, Windows keeping track of apps. You may or may not want that. We also may want to look at a dashboard. And that's just going to be the Microsoft portal that you can log into, and it's going to show you a dashboard if you want for your privacy settings. That way you can kind of see what's going on. And in this location, you can also look at permissions. Does Windows have access to access your camera, your location, your microphone? What about voice activation? I don't have a microphone plugged into this virtual machine, so the voice isn't really a concern, but for some people it may be. This is the section that you want to spend time knowing where certain things are. That way, on your exam, when they're talking about, oh, you need to modify an account setting, you know how to do it. Oftentimes, they will expect you to know how to do it through the settings page. You may not be given any other avenue except using the settings page. It just really depends on the question you get on your exam. Alright, so this is settings in a nutshell. Not too in-depth, but this is a nice overview of what settings are and kind of what's in each section. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.